Hello guys and welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be making my predictions for game week 18 of the 25-26 EFL Championship season. But as always, before we begin, let's look at how I did last week. I got two outcomes and scorelines bang on. I got Watford and Preston drawing 1-1 and Derby County beating Swansea 2-1 correct. Plus I got 3 more outcomes correct, so that is 9 points, taking my season total up to 118. And here is how the championship table looks after 17 matches. And without further ado, let's predict this weekend's matches. And we start with an interesting match. It's Oxford United against Ipswich Town. And Ipswich, I think they have started to turn their form around. They started to go on a good run of form. Against an Oxford side who's tricky to predict, they get wins when you don't expect it. I've backed them to draw a lot this season, and last weekend I predicted them, or midweek I predicted them to win, and they drew, ironically. They're a very hard side to predict, especially at home, but they're against Kieran McKenna's boys, who I think are starting to fire on all cylinders. They are currently in and around the playoffs, and I think they'll get a win here to solidify their position in the top 6. I'm going for Ipswich to win 2-1, and I think that will be a great 3 points for the Tractor Boys. Of course, wait till the end of the video. I've got a double game for Ipswich against Blackburn Rovers, the catch-up game. But for this one, 2-1 Ipswich. Next up, we've got a battle of 2 big sides, but 2 underachievers this season, it must be said. Leicester City against Sheffield United. And this is a tricky one. Sheffield United have got 2 wins in a row. They started to score goals this season. I think they've got the ball rolling. As for Leicester, well, they did lose 3-0 midweek to Southampton. They looked pretty woeful in that match. I went to the pub to watch it. But in this one, I do think it is at the King Power, and it's half tempting to give Leicester something here. But I fancy the Blades. I like the Blades run that they're on at the minute. I'm going for Sheffield United to make it 3 wins out of 3 in the last 3, with a 3-2 win. I think there'll be goals in it, but I'm giving the win to Sheffield United to push even further up the table and towards safety. So 3-2 to the Blades. Next up, we've got Portsmouth against Bristol City. And this is a battle of 2 sides that aren't on the best of form at the minute. Portsmouth, I think they, at some stage, they lost 3-1 to Sheffield United. Can't remember if that was midweek or indeed last weekend. But I do kind of like Portsmouth at home. And against the Bristol City side, who they did look like they were going back to their best, but then they did lose 2-0 to Wrexham over the weekend. Or in the midweek matches, should I say. I think I fancy a draw on this one. I'm going to sit on the fence with a 1-1 draw. Don't know who that's a better result for. Maybe Portsmouth to push away from the drop zone slightly, but I think a point apiece and a goal apiece will be the result of the match. So 1-1. Next up, we've got Stoke City against Hull City. The battle of the cities. Unfortunately, I did like Hull. I liked their little mini run they went on. But then they did lose last week, which did end their unbeaten run. As for Stoke, well, Mark Robbins is getting the best out of this Stoke side again. It is tricky. Like 2 or 3 weeks ago, if I'd have looked at this game, I might have thought of a draw, maybe. But this is tricky because Hull can score, but I don't know if Stoke really like to concede. So I'm actually going for the Stoke win and the clean sheet here. I'm going for Stoke to win 2-0 I think the Potters will take the 3 points and solidify their place in P2 in the table and in the automatics, which is might impressive, but 2-0 to the Potters. Next up, we move on to Coventry against Charlton. And already, I can only see one-way traffic in this match, and that is Coventry, who are flying right now under Frank Lampard, no longer Mark Robbins. And it is against the Charlton side who have sort of fizzled out a bit in terms of their form. And they seem to be a bit low in confidence at the minute. They lost 5-1 to Southampton. And then midweek, I think they lost 3-0 to someone. I can't remember who. But, yeah, Charlton aren't on great form. They're conceding a lot of goals, which at the start of the season you might not have said as much. But Coventry, on the other hand, are the top goal scorers in the division for a reason. They are great. Their defence could do with a bit of work, but I don't see Charlton scoring here. I'm going Coventry to win 3-0. I think Coventry, they can score goals. That does ultimately usually lead to conceding, but I think they'll get the clean sheet over the line. 3-0 to the Sky Blues. Next up, we've got Sheffield Wednesday against Preston North End. And it's sad at this point, seeing Sheffield Wednesday being slapped around each week by sides. But it's just the situation they're on at the minute. Preston are currently 6th in the table. They're in the playoffs as it stands. And against the Sheffield Wednesday side, who has a -4 points, they are struggling at the bottom of the table. I think this is one-way traffic again, and it's to the away side this time. I think Preston, I've backed them to draw a lot this season, and I think a lot of those draws have ended up as wins. But they're in the playoffs for a reason. They get results over the line. And against the Sheffield Wednesday side, whose confidence seems shot here, I am going for a Preston win 2-0. That's a third clean sheet I'm predicting in a row. But I just can't see Sheffield Wednesday scoring at the minute, unfortunately. So I'm going 2-0 to Preston. Next up, we've got Millwall against Southampton. It's a side in the playoffs, in 4th place, against a side that I know wants to get the playoffs, and that is Southampton. It's tricky, this one, because I can just as easily see this game ending 1-0 to Millwall, because that's what they like to do at home. But Southampton, under Tonda, we've started to get results over the line more frequently. We've got 4 wins in a row now. And we like to score goals. And I can't look past that Leicester performance. That was great from Southampton. Absolutely ripping them to shreds in terms of attack. But that was at St Mary's. This is on the road. It's tricky because I could see Millwall getting a result here. But I can't back against Southampton after what I've seen at the minute. I think we'll just get it over the line narrowly. I could see Millwall going a goal up and then Southampton grinding out and getting a result. I'm going Southampton to win 2-1. I think we've just got enough quality to get us over the line with another 3 points. So 2-1 to the Saints. Next up, we've got West Brom against Swansea, in a battle of two sides that are on pretty bad form at the minute. Although West Brom, they've been losing, but they have started scoring goals again. And Swansea I haven't seen enough fight from recently. It's at the Hawthorns. I would potentially give West Brom a win here. It's tempting, but Swansea on their day can get results over the line when they need to. And I just think maybe Swansea might get something out of this. It's two sides fairly low on confidence at the moment. I think I'm going to sit on the fence with a 1-1 draw on this one. If I had to pick a winner, I might pick the Baggies, but I'm going to sit on the fence. A point apiece. 1-1. Next up, we've got Wrexham against Blackburn Rovers. We're going into Wales now, and Wrexham with an excellent 2-0 win against Bristol City in the midweek. Blackburn losing 1-0 to QPR. I predicted them to win that match 1-0, so it was the reverse result of what I predicted. But Blackburn are better on the road this season than they are at Ewood. But against the Wrexham side, who look fairly strong at the minute, I mean, they're the only side to beat Coventry this season as well. I think, with it being at the racecourse, I can't go against Wrexham here. I'm going for Wrexham to win 2-1. I think it'll be close. I think Blackburn will be in the game. But I think Wrexham will get the 3 points over the line eventually. Maybe it's a 1-1 draw and Wrexham, get a last-minute winner. But 2-1 Wrexham. Next up, we've got Norwich City against QPR. And QPR with an excellent 1-0 win against Blackburn. That's a crucial 3 points to start pushing up the table again. Norwich, so unlucky. Norwich was so unlucky not to get the win. I think it ended 1-1 between them and Oxford. Good result for Oxford, that, but not so great for Norwich. They're 1-0 up and drew 1-1. As for this game, though, I mean, what I say is QPR tend to be a streaky team. They tend to go on winning streaks, then losing streaks, then winning streaks again, and vice versa. But it's at Carrow Road, which I don't know what that really means, because Norwich have been pretty bad at home. They're yet to get a win this season at Carrow Road. I think I'm going to back QPR here. I'm going to back QPR to win 2-1. I don't think I've been backing QPR enough for the results they've been getting over the line recently. But I'm going for them this time. 2-1 QPR. Next up, we've got Middlesbrough against Derby County. And this is a tricky one, because Derby, they've only lost 1 of their last 7 matches. They've got 6 wins out of 7. But Middlesbrough are 3rd in the table. Derby are 8th. But, I mean, as I said before, Rob Edwards has gone over to Wolves. But I do like the interim they've got in at the minute. I think he can still get Middlesbrough results to be in at least a playoff push in this season. And it's tricky because Derby's form makes me think maybe I should go for them, but I can't go against Middlesbrough. I don't want to go against Middlesbrough. So I only think there'll be goals in this one. I'll go for an entertaining draw, 2-2. I'll go for a Desmond again. I think a point apiece isn't so bad for these two sides, given where they are in the table, although that playoff battle is really tight. I think it's about 15 points all the way down the table, so I'm not sure how helpful that'll be for Derby, but it helps Middlesbrough stay in the playoffs, so 2-2. Next up, we've got Birmingham against Watford. And, this is another tricky one. Watford are on great form at the minute. I think they're 11th in the table. Birmingham are 9th. They are on good form, although they got a last-minute 1-1 draw against West Brom in the midweek. They were losing 1-0 for quite a lot of the time. In fact, I didn't even realise they had equalised till about an hour after the match finished, and I looked at the score and it said 1-1. But with this being back at St Andrews, I can see Birmingham getting something. But I can't go against Watford either, not with the form they're on at the minute. I think I'm going to sit the fence with another entertaining draw. I'm going for another Desmond, another 2-2. I think, just like I said for Derby, I think a point apiece for both sides isn't the end of the world, as long as they don't lose this match. But 2-2 is where I'm going. And then the final match for me to predict this week is Tuesday's match. It's the catch-up match. It's Blackburn against Ipswich. And the thing is, like, Blackburn were in good form, and Ipswich, they've got on good form, but they are still a bit shaky with getting results over the line. I think, as much as I could see this being a either win, I'm going to sit in the fence with a 1-1 draw. I think at Ewood, Blackburn can get a result over the line. But I don't want to back against the Tractor Boys either, so I'm going for a 1-1 on this one, point apiece. And if Ipswich were to get 4 points, that wouldn't be a bad result. That would put them somewhere like third in the table, I think. But 1-1 is where I'm going on this. And there you have it, guys. 13 matches predicted. And we'll see how many I get right in this week, how I do, especially with that bonus game at the end. But yeah, let me know your comments your predictions in the comments down below, and I'll see you all in the next one.